Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. I miss you and wish we were at school. But since we're not, we'll go ahead and continue to do the YouTube videos together, and you guys can always text or use the Remind app if you have any questions. So this is a reading lesson for Tuesday, April 21st. Yesterday I read Dex, the Heart of a Hero, which is one of my favorite stories in this book. So I read it out loud to you and I went over all the vocabulary. If you need to hear the story again, I'm not going to reread it again today because it's on my YouTube channel under Monday, April 20th. If you need to hear it again, just go ahead and go back to that one, Monday, April 20th, and listen to it again. That would work fine. I also went over the vocabulary there, so you should have that also. Today it's just going to be really quick. I'm going to go through some of the important points. And then your only assignment is to do the second vocabulary page. So I saw that a lot of you did the first vocabulary page yesterday, which is great. Today you only have to do 4 more words. So remember, we started out talking about Dex being a fantasy. And a fantasy is something that could never ever happen in real life. And if you look back at Dex, can you give me some examples of why it would be a fantasy? Well, you're probably thinking a dog can't fly, a dog can't order a superhero costume, a dog can't put one on himself, a cat really can't talk. They don't sit around making fun and laughing at other animals. I mean, as you go through the whole story, you could, each page, dogs can't read, and I'm just looking through. On page 177, if you don't have your book, go ahead and get it. Dogs are drinking pop from cups and straws. They're talking to the mice and helping to clean up. There are just so many things that make it a fantasy. Could never ever happen in real life. So that's one of the things I wanted to remind you of. And then I want to just talk to you a little bit about, usually on Tuesdays we go and they call it, we call it Think Through the Text. So in the beginning, how do you think Dex feels when like nobody pays any attention to him? They just laugh and they don't take him seriously. How do you think he feels? Well, how would you feel? Because I know some people out there are bullies and they do that to other people. Hopefully you've not been bullied, but how do you think Dex feels? Yeah, he probably feels lonely and sad. Feels like he doesn't have any friends. How does his size cause him problems? Remember, he's really small, and because he has small legs, he can't keep up with the bigger dogs because he can't run fast enough, and the other animals are constantly making fun of him. How does Dex see himself in his dreams compared to how he really is? Remember, in Dex's dreams, he's a hero, and I'm sure you all have dreams like that too. I still have dreams about doing things that I haven't done yet and maybe never will do, but sometimes in our dreams we see ourselves different as these huge heroes. And then if you look on page 170, where it talks about, if you look at the writing on page 170 and 171, there are those boxes. It says, the mighty Dex flew up into the dark and starry night. And the other one says, furiously he studied, knowing everything depended on him. Where else have you seen writing like that? Do any of you read comic books and you see those kind of books or those kind of boxes with the words in it? Those are just words that are coming from the character, what he's thinking and what he's doing. So he's pretending that he is that hero that you would find in the comic books. Okay. If you turn to page 172, why is it in this book that they portray that a hero has to be strong? Why is that? Well, a lot of people think a hero needs to be strong so they can rescue people, but I want you to think about what we're going through right now with school closure and the coronavirus, and who are the heroes right now? Our nurses and our doctors, our parents because they're being teachers. So heroes come in all different shapes and sizes. It's not necessarily someone who has to be strong. It's just when we think of well, before this all happened, when we think of superheroes, we think of, Batman and Spider-Man and Superman and the Hulk, which all a Catwoman. They all seem to be really strong. So that's how we perceive them now. Maybe what we're going through today will change that perception. How So in the beginning of the story, Clevis really bothered Dex. But then at about page 172, 173, Dex's attitude toward Clevis starts to change a little bit. All of a sudden he's like, you know what? I'm not going to let him bother me anymore. I can't let him bother me. So that's a great thing. And then Dex starts changing. In the beginning of the story, he didn't have confidence and he didn't believe in himself. And as he started studying and wanted to become stronger, he started to think that maybe Dex isn't that big a deal. He may have acted like a bully in the beginning, but as long as you don't let that bully get to you, as long as you do things to build your confidence and feel good about yourself, you're going to be okay. If you're looking on page 175, I hope you are, the last sentence says that it says 3 words, he was ready. Well, why all of a sudden is Dex ready? What does he do that makes him ready to deal with Clevis and be a hero? Well, he exercised, he has muscles, he has a hero suit, and those 3 things make him feel strong and they make him feel confident, like he's ready to go out in the world and he's gonna make things happen that are good. Okay. So when Dex sprang into action, it says that on page 176, Dex sprang into action. How did he move? Was he real slow like a sloth, or was he like, yes, I'm gonna get this done? Yeah, they use the word sprang, which means to jump. That's one of your vocabulary words. It means he was ready. He was up. He was ready to get it done. So Clevis sees him for the first time in his superhero outfit. What is Clevis's attitude toward him? Does he think, oh my goodness, look at Dex. He is so cool. He is so strong. No, not yet, because he doesn't see the changes that have really taken place. Okay? He just looks at the suit as a costume. So Dex is going to have to prove himself to him. And if you look at pages 178 and 179, these are all the ways that Dex starts to help different people. He saved a mouse from the sewer. He tackled a purse snatcher. He fixed the neighbor's sprinkler. He found a lost kitten. He pulled a rat away from a live wire. He found a lost wallet. He put out a trash fire. He organized the neighborhood cleanup. These are all things he's doing to prove that he is a hero. And then something happens on page 180 where all of his friends are pounding on his door and telling Dex that they need him. Well, what happened, do you remember? Yeah, Clevis is stuck in a tree. And so guess who's coming to rescue him? They all went and got Dex and said, you have to help Clevis. And so Dex, even though Clevis didn't treat him very well, Dex knew Clevis needed his help. So he didn't let that get in the way. He went ahead and he came up with a plan to save him from the tree. And that's what they did. It's just what he did. He came up with the plan, and then Clevis got out of the tree. So, how do you think now Clevis feels about Dex? It says in there that Clevis asked Dex if he could be his partner. Well, why does he want to be his partner? Well, he admires him. He's looking up to him. He was excited about how Dex helped him. And he decided that he wants to help others too. So Clevis really changed. His attitude changed about Dex, which is a great thing. And then why does Dex say he can hardly wait to turn Clevis into his partner? Well, we know every hero has a sidekick, right? So Dex wants Clevis to be his sidekick. He will enjoy training him, telling him what to do, and it will be nice for him to actually have Clevis on his side instead of against him. So we're going to work this week on compare and contrast. And we're going to look at how Dex and Clevis are the same and how they're different. We're going to look at how Dex changed from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. We're going to compare and contrast how Clevis changed from the beginning to the end of the story. And we're going to do a trifold, and I included a craft activity if you're able to print that out. So that's just what I wanted to go through today. Go ahead and complete your second vocabulary page. If you need to review those words with me, look at yesterday's YouTube. It will help you review those. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, I miss you. Bye.